So he's doing everything he can to make sure it can be launched flawlessly, which takes time. And like I said, there has been some interesting stuff coming up. I'll just switch over to KDP, Power City. I think she's part of Power City. She has a few interesting tweets in the last few days. So, and I talked about it at the local meetups as well. I heard people talk about it. Had some conversations around. I think apparently she is communication with some of the devs, PulseChain. That's what speculation says. And certainly the screenshot shows that V3 is going well. And then there's speculation again that PulseChain is close. Richard said it was close. You know, he's terrible at estimates, as he says himself, but there's other people who are in communication apparently or seemingly with devs, and they have information they're sharing on Twitter. This one says, I asked the dev personally if I was allowed to tweet the response given the multiple chat room. In Shanghai will not delay PulseChain. So I think Shanghai is where later this year, maybe in the fall, the Ethereum folks are planning to, well, I think it's debatable and we don't know what's going to happen exactly yet, but there's a big thing around a bunch of the staked ETH becoming unstaked. So this, what I interpret this as, Shanghai will not delay PulseChain. We won't have unstaking until the upgrade. Apparently the staked ETH that we're getting when it's forked over, depending on the multiples, it's coming to PulseChain, won't be unstaked. And I guess we'll be taking the Shanghai upgrade. I guess that's what that means. Hard to say for sure. Again, this is just kind of like secondhand information, it seems like. But it's, what was this? PulseX site had some minor changes. The explanation of the 20 to 30 day V3 prediction. She talks about the 4 consensus clients, which I tweeted about as well. I did a whole video on the dev process. If you're interested in that, type RHMax, Richard Hart AMA number 3, and he'll talk about, in that stream, I talk about it, as well as a separate clip that talks about PulseChain dev updates with all the consensus clients and execution clients information. Photo of the new Beacon Explorer, and I also talk about that, which is forked from blockchain and then .in instead of blockchain, the word, the domain is .in, if that makes sense. Let's see if I can just blockchain. Is that it? Oh, that must be some, let's see. Beacon Chain Explorer. Beacon Chain, that's it. So this is what appears to be the Beacon Chain block explorer for that is shown in the screenshot here. Very similar, right? I mean, they're basically identical as far as the features go, except the PulseChain interface is over top of it. So if you can see that, it's got all the same stuff, epoch slots. It's got, you can search here. It's got, all these buttons. It's got all the stats. Most recent blocks, yeah, as you can see, pretty much identical. So it certainly seems like that is what that's being forked from. That's what I talked about in the previous video as well. Final stage is tweaking Explorer to display new inflation amounts. Okay, maybe that's information she's got from devs or otherwise. And this photo shows ETH amount, suggesting this is the stage they're in. So PulseX lead has been taken down. New sack balances. So PulseX lead was where you could track the sacrifice totals. And there's also a Pulse lead, I believe, as well, that did the same thing. So maybe, well, I think that's a community project. So it sounds like that being taken down, well, it could suggest it's either just been taken down, or it could also be that they're preparing to update because they have some information or found out some things that they want to update the totals on.